AkariMay, and here is my presentation on how I use pre-reading strategy to read the tasks of lesson 12 assignment. So, first of all, as one of the first pre-reading strategy, we need to identify the title or heading and the subheading and the pictures. So from this task, we can see that there is a big title that I have highlighted in the red rectangle, a student come back to an elite sport. And then there is no subtitle here, but if there's a subtitle or subheading, we can know that what the test is going to be about a little bit more. So another thing is to look at the pictures. So there is picture number 1, picture number 2, which I have circled in the yellow. So according to the title here, a student come back to an elite sport. So we can suppose that the test is going to be a wonderful return to the top tier sport competition. So by someone who is professional at his or her work. So another thing is to look at the pictures, because there's no subheading here after heading. So we gotta look at the pictures first. So from the pictures, I suppose that this woman is the main characters of the story, what we're reading on. So I think she's hospitalized, and then I think she is in the 20th when she's hospitalized. And then another pictures, I can see that I suppose it's her participating in the competition of what's so called these an elite sport. So that all will be the interpretation of the pictures and the heading. So another strategy that we need to know or we need to follow is to look out for some standing out words and phrases. So I have highlighted in green to the word and phrases that I think is the most standing out for me. So this is from right here to here. So we're gonna look at this. Canadian track and field competitions in August 2010. Okay, so that is gonna be a really extreme competition of this elite sport track and field championship. So for Jamie, we can know that this is a woman. This is the name of the woman that we're reading on about her and her story. A 9-year battle with kidney disease. So we're pretty sure that this woman is named Cheney, and then she's been struggling. She's been going through a lot for 9 years with the kidney disease. And then another thing I think is standing out is ages of someone or the characters of the story. If there is a time, if there is a year, or if there is an age of the characters, I think they're standing out to me. So I've highlighted this. That's why I've highlighted this as is 14 years old, and then trained under Coach Gary Lubin at York University. So this when she was since she was 14 years old, she have trained a lot at university, and at 18 and continue her high jump training. So that this elite sport, it's about high jump sport, I suppose. And then another thing is kidney were no longer working. So maybe that's when she realized that she has a medical condition, there's something wrong with her kidney, and maybe she also without dialysis one, so maybe she wasn't able to continue her professionalism high jump training. So another dialysis treatment and nocturnal dialysis. So maybe these are the treatment that she has been going through for 9 years until no one. So another thing is that for relapse, countless other obstacles, and blind for two months. So I have already told that the time or like the numbers or the age the most standing out for me. So these show that this is how she's been going through a lot of obstacle and drama changes or like turning points of her life. So and then jumping is like it's like breathing for her. So I think she treasure her professionalism on high jump as if she's breathing like this. She's breathing, or as if her life depend on it. So another thing is my she said is her happy place, and she like that show that she treasured that professionalism like very much. Another thing is the eve of national championship, a difficult night for dialysis. So one is about the eve of a national championship. So that the desire that grew in her having have led to join in the competition on this competition. So felt jitter. So that shows that how she felt when she first joined the championship and competition after 9 years of her travels. And then she didn't clear the starting height of 1.5 and find happier last place finisher anywhere. That means that she failed the competition, which will be going on and we're going to talk about. And then I belong there, how to live with what you have. That show how she love her professionalism with such a not such a way, but the most passionate way though. So another strategy is to look at the first sentence and the last sentence. So the first sentence said the official line in Mary Eve Cheney in the women's high jump read NH, shorthand for no height, not exactly a fitting designation for an athlete who truly soared. And so that shows that she have failed the competition, and maybe she is satisfied with her chance to join again after all this life obstacles. And then another thing is the last sentence says there are comebacks and there are comebacks. So the first part of the sentence may seem normal. There are comebacks, and then another part of the sentence says and there are comebacks, which are written where a comeback is written in italic. So that shows that there are comebacks, maybe from normal or other professionals, but there are comebacks, which shows that they are wonderful return of what a legend can come back to any kinds of life competition. So I think these are the most important reading strategy to read the task. So it's to first I think is to highlight. I think it's to identify the title, subheading, and the pictures. So another strategy is to take out some standing words that you think are standing words or the phrases. And another thing is to look for the first sentence and the last sentence. So this is how I use my pre-reading strategy to read the task. Thank you.